Hello, it's Lee. Well, I felt inspired to do this video for memory's sake, and also the importance of reminding ourselves that natural spirit, natural mysticism, natural shamanism, we can call it a whole variety of names if we choose, but the importance of keeping real spirituality, authentic truth, close to us and alive in us, and that which makes us happy, and promoting our growth rather than being locked in a box, in a doctrine, in a religion that doesn't necessarily help us grow. For those who need it, they're experiencing those things. Some of us are looking for a different thing, an ascension that is personal, but not to the extent of my truth versus yours, but rather in the fashion of Buddhism or real shamanism, that which is already there, that we can all uncover and verify for ourselves. So with that, peace be with you, my friends. I want to make this video about my sincerest, deepest love and respect for African shamanism, or call it what we want, spirituality. Often thought to be, oh, my bad, a little bit of an alarm, and that has nothing to do with the video whatsoever. So I'm talking about the beauty of people remembering things that are authentic, places that we've been and memories we've had and are really deep within us. And the heart knows many things, and the mind can unlock things later and put things together, and then we feel that we've made a great unity of mind and heart. And that's a great thing. So this video is just to inspire anyone. It's not about talking about myself so much, but I'm talking about my respect for African spirituality and shamanism, and to the effect of perhaps provoking you, whoever's watching this, to uncover your own things. Because when we talk about the deep-seated truth of reincarnation and soul experiences, we can find out many of these things are true. And it is about a self-discovery, and it is about feeling an affinity for something, and then with that affinity, with that natural love and attachment to it, an era, a culture, a type of thing, we can delve into it and certainly discover our very own experiences there. So in that mode, I also wish to provoke people to do the self-discovery. And many of you have remembered some of your own past lives, and you've had wonderful memories and things, and it's wonderful that we can share these things and know them deeply, and with humility. It's not about bragging rights, but just to know it deeply as an immovable truth. So there you go. I first started looking into African spirituality a few years ago, and I was really enticed to find trance with music. I've always loved, personally I'm speaking, I've always loved the idea of trance dancing. I've done it before and I still like to do it now, but I'm not going to do it on camera. That's more of a private thing, just for me and the spirits, man. So I will do that in the quiet of my own home, but still to the day I feel that urge in me, that love for it. And every single person who's living now on the planet has lived, every human being right now has lived in a tribal setting, once or twice or many times. I'm even talking all over the globe. Some of us have memories that go way far back. We spark many amazing things. But we have lived the tribal life, and now we're in this society which is like a bigger community, a more complex, cosmopolitan, but at the same time it's lacking some certain things, maybe some certain flavor, some certain sense of real community. But now I'm hoping we're going to be going on a global community soon. Such is my sincerest prayer to the God of gods, that these things happen. Well then, to get back with it, I was listening to music and starting to get into trance dancing, and there's not a single ethnic group, and I'm going to generalize it, but nobody can dance better than the blacks. I'm sorry, it's just a fact. You can like it or hate it. In particular, black women know how to abandon themselves to the spirit of the dance, but the men really are close, but they are better than anybody else. That's just a fact of life. I'm sorry. So nonetheless, when I get in my own juju, I'm a good dancer too, but I'm not going to show it off to anybody. It's a chunky white guy dancing, well, there you have it, but that's just for my own private pleasure and for the spirits. Well, that aside, I was listening to some good music some years back, and I had a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I've shared this with a few people, and I've written it down, but I really have a great, lovely affection for it. Is that I was in a trance, I was on my couch, and the couch has, 3 seats, and the 2 ends of the couch, the 2 end on either side can recline, can pop out. You can lean back and, rest your legs up. Well, I was on the far right hand side, so I was diagonal, and you don't even have to always be on your feet and dance that way. I was in a juju, I was in a trance, and I was dancing really good, and all of a sudden I literally felt a weight on my nose, a pressure, a gravity, and I said, oh, that's a wooden mask. And I knew that it was my soul telling my now self, my nowness ego, as the guy called Lee, oh yeah, that's a direct link to the now of time, which knows no boundaries. And it was a wooden mask. And then I had a vision of myself as an African with the wooden mask, dancing by a fire with another gentleman, and it was nighttime, and the village was in the background, and we were having a good trance dance for spiritual purposes, for cleanliness, for purification, for blessings, and wooden sticks, and something else in the hand which I'm not quite sure. I didn't quite see it, but nonetheless known and seen. And then the vision transferred, and then I saw myself as more of a sort of like a Nigerian with the certain style of hat and robes. Looks kind of like a Muslim style, like a kufi type hat, if you want to call it that. And then dancing by myself at night time. But this time I was clean shaven and looked a little bit different, but still as an African man. And anyways, this is real experiences that I unlocked. And then I had a reappreciation for that type of spirituality, that type of shamanism. If you want to use a common word that can sort of describe a lot of it in a manner of speaking, then we can talk about what is called the Vodou. People think, well, it's commonly called voodoo now, but it has a very negative, bad rap on it, or a bad connotation. People think, oh, black magic and skulls and killing chickens to hurt people. It is not so much that at all. The real stuff is holy and true and for a good cause. Although yes, as with anything anywhere, you'll have those who are more about selfish self-empowerment at whatever cost, even at the cost of others. There have been bad shamans, bad priests, bad pastors. It doesn't matter what era or what culture or what country, what anything. There's the good and bad. But the real Vodou, the real juju dancing, the real shamanic spirit from Africa is submittance to higher spiritual forces, and those who have a good heart only do it for good reasons, not for negativity. Even a so-called possession, even in churches you have people overtaken by Holy Ghost, something like that, right? Pentecostal and things like this. Some of them are fakers, a lot of them are not. It's about submittance, and that could be any religion, any spirituality. But the tradition from Africa is about, if you want to use the word yoga or huge, joining, it's about joining with spirits to get higher knowledge and then pass it down to the people and share it as a community and enjoy it for celebration, love of life, prosperity of your experience as a member of a group of souls having the same journey in the same time and place, and even in times of protection and war, all sorts of things. When we even talk about that, for an example, we're talking about people being scared that others might trespass, so that's how wars start, these fear things. But sometimes those things happen by necessity, and such as it is. But for me, going back with my own personal history, I finally got something that I had really wanted for a while. Now, I personally have a very, very, very great affinity and deep affection for West Africa. I'm talking about Ghana and Mali and Ivory Coast, Liberia even. These places are very strong in my heart. When I see these people, if I see pictures or a video or something like that, I feel the kinship, the spirit is automatically mine. I get it. I'm familiar with it. I was there. So even for yourself, as a side note for you watching the video, if you feel something very strongly, you feel an affinity and a connection with a culture, with an era, even with a bygone age. But then you see the people still alive now, even in a modern world, however, to whatever levels of joining with society as it is or not, or but if for you it'll be very real, and you can certainly uncover it, and then you can verify it with spiritual experience that will give you 100% and more, 110% proof, and you will know that it is true for you, and it is very deep. For me now, this incarnation, and many of you feel the same way, a lot of us are getting a little sick of the world. It seems slow to catch up. There's still greed, violence, racism, sexism. There's still lingering things of an old bygone age that a lot of us find disgusting. We're saying, what's up with that? It doesn't belong, doesn't compute. We can barely tolerate it by this point. It's insanity. But we're the ones that are tugging the world forward, even if just quietly, even if just by the aura, even if just by the subconscious and the superconsciousness, tugging the world to get a better place and to make it happen. But nonetheless, a lot of us are saying, well, I'm not even sure I want to incarnate here again. Maybe I'm just going to go to a heavenly planet, or go right back to the Father, Mother, or whatever we feel we need to do. But I was going to say to myself, if I'm going to be born again, I think I'm going to leave. I've done the Americas for a while, South, Middle, North, and all that good stuff, USA, Canada, everything. But now I'm going to take a break from it. Maybe I'm going to go back to black. I'm going to enjoy myself, because right now I'm missing I'm missing the hair. I miss the dreadlocks too much, and I'm about to show you what I mean. So here's a little friend that I finally got. Oh, I was nervous about it. I was careful about it. I didn't want to steal someone's shamanism or disrespect a tradition. I didn't want to do something that was an offensive maneuver. I wanted to do it gracefully and with mutual respect and understanding, and in a form of adoption, if you will, in a form of cooperation, if you will. So, like I was saying, when I felt the wooden mask on my face, I knew that I had to get masks. Now, I am what you call a fanatic. We can all be a little obsessive on certain things, but right now I'm a fanatic for African masks. I scroll at them, I look at them on different websites, I hum and ha, oh, can I afford that? Is it, obviously it's worth whatever we need to pay for something that we like. But I've become very familiar with the styles. Now I can tell you, for the most part, what country or general ethnic group a certain mask or style of masks may belong to. I can go from the Congo all the way up to Gabon, all the way up to the West Africa, even in the Far East. But in the East, they're a little bit less on that, as far as carrying the traditions forward than what the West, and then sort of more of the central and more thick, dense jungle type societies might have, so to say, if you'll pardon the term. So I finally did it. I did not spend a very large amount, but for the sacredness of my own, my intention was pure. My intention was respect to God, respect to my own experiences and memories in Africa, and for the people in Africa right now, and the beautiful black race across the globe. I'll have anybody anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. I've been everything. You've probably been everything. We just love each other. One spirit, one love. But I finally did it. So here's my little dude. Isn't he beautiful? This is a Dan tribe mask, and that is my own history, soul experience. I used to be of the Dan people. So this is West African Dan mask. Currently, this ethnic group can be of Ivory Coast, Liberia, and a few surroundings, in sort of a general way, the Mande speaking peoples. And this is to be a mask of initiation for young boys into manhood, and it is also for bringing good things, good tidings, purity, spiritual cleanliness, even protection to the tribe, so to say. So for me, this is for my family and for my own personal heart. And he has a beautiful hair. Okay, my kids just simply call it rope. Basically, it looks like a rope. It is of a good wood. I'm not sure if that's sese wood or rubber wood. I think it's sese. And then you have the cowrie shells, representing wealth. It can represent spiritual wealth. And then of the closeness to the coast, like an ivory coast, you'd have the cowrie shells. So this is a mask mostly to say of peace and good tidings and prosperity, happiness, and those kind of things. So this beautiful guy, I'm going to call him, for now at least, Zuku, and that is of the Mande language and of the Dan dialect to say amazing. So his name is Zuku, and I just had that aspiration and inspiration today to call him that, and I got this guy yesterday. So this was sent to me from France, but it is, I believe it is from the Côte d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast. So this guy, watch me put this on for a minute, that's funny. I'm gonna go like this. Oh, I missed the dreadlocks, man. So now I'm a fat bald white guy, but next life I gotta get my hair back. I don't mind being bald, I really don't. It doesn't bother me. But I don't have options. I can stylize my facial hair, but on the top I don't have options. And that's why I don't like being bald, because I don't have any option. It is what it is, it's all good. Whatever. We put up with our incarnation. So, even wearing it like this though, just for a second, my wife said something to me last night, which was really cool. She said, yeah, when you were in Africa, you often wore your mask like that because you like to look at the sky. I said, oh, very sweet, darling, very sweet indeed. Very sweet indeed. So in this case, looking at you and looking up and feeling beautiful soul vibrations, feeling a lot of happiness. The black race, like I said in my last video for the medicine wheel unity, but the black race was about celebration and emotional joy. And as one person had wrote on a comment, that you will never know real peace until you have known real joy. And that's true. Even Buddha said so, and whoever else. If we're not happy, all of us souls all over the planet are looking for happiness, really looking for contentment, even lasting contentment. But it's hard to find when we are distracting ourselves or detracting from it, or avoiding it, or setting up stumbling blocks, or like the French philosopher René Descartes said, Blaise Pascal, the other French Renaissance philosopher, that we're always planning to be happy. I'll be happy when I got that, when I do that, when I achieve that, when this happens. So since we're putting it in the future, we're doing a magic spell on ourselves, and now, voila, we have stopped ourselves from being there in the now. Look at the crustiness of people. I'm white, so I'll make fun of the whites for a minute. Too prudish. Stop being such a prude all the time, god damn it. Yes, friendly and this and that, but prudes. You know, you gotta be able to be joyful. You have to be eccentric a little bit, within reason, and not to trespass on someone and cause a deliberate confrontation and be provocative in a bad way. But I'm talking about being able to be your real self in joy, not in hatred, because your real self and my real self is not hatred. Our real self is as a son or daughter or awakened spark of God, man. And that is the honest to goodness truth. So when we're in this mode, we're happy. Look at celebrities, look at musicians and people that become famous. Watch how they go a little wacky and a little eccentric, because they finally go, oh, well now I'm not worried about everybody making fun of me. I got my friends and followers, so to speak. It's not about follower, but people that agree with it. That's what it really is. It's not followers, people that agree with it. And then enjoying that spirit of freedom. And as long as it's not offensive or wanky or perverse or violent, something like that, be your eccentric self. I had a cool dream just a couple weeks ago, and in it I was, right now at the current time of the video I'm 35 years old, but in the video I was hanging out with a bunch of 20-year-old kids. No offense to those who are that age. You know, I'm not a kid. Yeah, I know. I was there. We've all been 20 many countless times. It's all good. But I was hanging out with the 20-year-olds, and then I met this girl, and we were just chatting, and she was like a sister, and she goes, oh yeah, you and I are different because we like to be more eccentric. I said, bingo. And that's just it. We've got to be a little bit out of the bag, but at the same time, shy. And I'm not going to dress like, I'm not going to go out in public. I'm not going to do a trance dance or something like that, because, people, whoa, the different energies, and people get nervous and for misunderstandings. And I don't want to deal with rejection and people thinking funky things on me. I just say, no, I don't want to deal with it. So, so I'll just simply, avoid certain things, but whatever. Some people go all out, good for you. But it is what it is. What I'm saying is to enjoy the joy of life. And that really is the blessing and the beauty and the power of the black races, is to celebrate and enjoy, big style. And then yes indeed, on the other hand of the token, relax man, chill out. Take a step back, enjoy the now, and be free and breathe clean and fresh and true, and stop beating yourself up and stop judging yourself. Because when you and I stop beating ourselves up and judging ourselves, chances are we're going to stop feeling that others might be doing it to us, paranoia. And even if others are doing it to us, we'll just be like, that's just your opinion, misconstrued based on a misconception of reality, man. And that's really what it is. So I'm just saying, promotion of peace and joy and celebration. We are most ourselves when we're alone. We are most ourselves when we are alone in our own home. Isn't that true? Am I wrong about that, guys? We should realize how similar we are rather than different. And even when we celebrate our own eccentricity and beauty and memory, we can do that as part of a global tribe and as part of a galactic tribe. I think of the extraterrestrials. They can look this, that, and the other, but they're up there flying around with each other, and they're not hating on this and that and the other. The appearances, the race, the type, for the developed spirits and developed mind, whether they incarnate in this or that body, they're so beyond that. Even the fictional movies like Star Wars are trying to tell people, hey, guess what? You humans look the same on Earth, although you can have different colors. But guess what? Out there in the big beyond, it's even more than that. It's even more variance and variety. But maturity will always be maturity. Love is still one. So no matter what we look like, we can all be best friends. If we're not going to do it here, how the heck are we going to do it out there? You must enter the kingdom of heaven as a child, live and innocent, full of wonder and sweetness, full of a sense of fairness, and that's how we do it. Now, I'm not going to do too much with the mask for now. I'm certainly not going to dance with it or anything like that, because that's private stuff. But I'll just show you like this. It's a smaller face mask, so it doesn't fit the whole face per se, but nonetheless, there we go. One love, my friends. One love. Zuku, I love you, darling. Now, I was also, I'll put the video's going on a bit, but I also was inspired to draw my own masks. Like I said, I was a fanatic. But I'm doing these, I'm making a fool of myself now, or not, whatever you want to call it. I'm an artiste, provoking you to do the same thing, discover yourself if you feel like it. So I was doing, I was thinking about doing stone carvings recently, but I said, ooh, I'm a kind of guy that don't have patience for that, but maybe I'm going to try my hand at wood carvings. And I said, making my own masks would be really cool. So I did this lion, just simply drawn, yes, on cardboard. But to give me an idea is if I did it on a piece of wood, how I might like to carve it out. So it's like a prototype or a style that I'm going to attempt to do. Here's my Lion King with a tear in his eye, and his third eye is open, and he's happy, and he's also a protector. And then just for fun, I'll show you another one. Is this guy, and I called him Wise Youth, because now more and more the youth of the world are quicker to catch up on things. But at the same time, the dark side of the world is trying to keep them locked down all the more. It's fighting hard to subjugate the youth of today. But they don't have a chance because the natural spirit is going to break through. It's like the whole human race is going to pop out of the water and finally see a real sunlight for the first time. Because we have like an illusion of light and how things might be, and beauty and pain and things are there. But the real stuff is more intense at the same time as being more relaxed and more beautiful. So this is in honor of Wise Youth. So yeah, he's got the Staff of Wisdom. His mind can hook and catch. He's a hunter of knowledge. He's a beautiful boy, and I wanted to try also do a carving. I also made masks for my children for fun, so that's, I'm not going to show it, it's hanging in their rooms and stuff, but, well, I got one over there, but anyways. I could say a lot more, but I know people can get tired of hearing, seeing a face and the voice go blah 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 for a while. But anyways, I just want to celebrate that. For me, natural mystic, natural shamanism, natural Buddhism, all sorts of names, but that which is there to be discovered, authentically true, and that which can be authentically verified is fantastic. You and I can do it. We can go down the rabbit hole. To know thyself deeply and truly and really is to know everybody else. To know everybody else deeply and truly is to know yourself. So when we delve deep, when we unlock our own mysteries, I'm asking you to do the same if you're up for the challenge, and you've probably, many of you have already done a lot. Some of you have done too much. I'm looking at you, Derek. Blessings, brother. Namaste. But we have to be realistic with ourselves, and gentle with ourselves, and sometimes harsh with ourselves, and gentle to others, and diplomatic, and find all these things, and enjoy the unity, and enjoy being your real eccentric self that you always want to be, while being humble about it, and being able to cooperate with others nonetheless, and despite that. And that's my message, and I want to share my joy of African spirituality. I've become a fanatic. I'm going to collect masks. Some of them cost a little bit. We're talking over 100, over 200, over 300, depending. But I'm not going to buy some rich guy's, this is $2,000 and I got it, Margaret, and I'm not trying to make fun of the British. I'm sorry, I love the Brits. I'm making fun of upper classes who think like that. God bless them. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mock anybody. I'm really not. I love everybody. But it's like, you feel the spirit, you enjoy it, you're doing it for the right reasons, you're making the right intentions, nobility. Zuko and I already have bonded, we've already become friends. Just to say quickly, I know the video's getting too long, but these kind of masks are called glay. This guy specifically is a Dian glay, if I say that correctly, in the Mande language of the Dan. And it is about forest spirits that want to be around humanity to help and to teach and to commingle and also learn from, because even a forest spirit can incarnate as a human being also. So they get stylized in a mask, they bond with the mask, and then they can communicate with the bearer. The shaman could be a boy, a girl, a man, a woman, old, young is what I just was saying, whatever. And for the spirit of goodness and cooperation. So that's why I got this dude. He and I have already been in communication. Some people go, what are you talking about? They're crazy, you don't know. No. Anyone watching who has a real mysticism, you have had your own experiences, maybe you can appreciate what I'm talking about. But we've already made friendships. I'm not going to show him off anymore. I'm not going to make it a commercial thing like that. You'll never see this dude again. It's going to be on me though, and I'm going to have fun. And that's just my joy. So there's my message. I've rambled too much. I love everybody. I love everybody too much sometimes. There's a quote from a video game. I love you so much, that's why sometimes I want to smash you to bits. Some people might appreciate what I mean by that. Anyways, one love, and catch you soon. Provoke yourself to delve down. Find some past life rich history for yourself. Bring it up. Enjoy it in the now. Relive it. That's wonderful. Relive it. And you'll be very happy. Big smile on your face, whether you do it privately or not. There, most of my stuff is private, but I did a video just like that, just to provoke others to find themselves too. Catch you on the flip side, my friends. Take care.